At the end of the 16th century, Our Lady had appeared to a Conceptionist sister from Quito, Ecuador. And at that point, Ecuador was a colony of the Spanish crown. And Our Lady appeared under the title of Our Lady of Good Success. Now, this is a church-approved apparition, and it is quite an amazing apparition if you actually read or listen to any talks on this, because it predicted the crisis in the 20th century, and particularly the crisis within the church. And it's very much tied in with Our Lady of Fatima and Our Lady of La Salette. But in this particular clip, what we're going to focus in on were two prophecies about future Marian dogmas, one being the Immaculate Conception and the other the Assumption. And in particular, what I really want to focus in on is a curse that our Lord had placed upon the heretics who reject these dogmas and those heretics who reject His Holy Mother. Let's listen in.
There were many other important prophecies that were fulfilled. For example, on February 2nd, 1634, Mother Mariana was 72. It was at the end of her life, 1 year away from her death, when Our Lady appeared to her and placed the Christ child in her arms. Resting in her arms, the infant told her many things. She said that in the mid-19th century, at the time when the church will be strongly attacked and my vicar will find himself a prisoner, the proclamation of the dogma of the Immaculate Conception of his mother would be made. On December 8, 1854, this proclamation was made by Pope Pius IX, who was truly a prisoner of the Vatican under Garibaldi, who had usurped the Papal States and the city of Rome. To protest the usurpation of his territories, the Pope actually declared himself a prisoner in the Vatican, and he never traveled again. Our Lord also told her that the Assumption of Our Lady would be proclaimed a dogma of the Church. Pope Pius XII did this on November 1st, 1950, with an apostolic constitution. Our Lord gave her the reason for this. He said, "If I keep the bodies of some of my beloved saints incorrupt, how much greater reason to preserve the body of my beloved mother, raising her body and soul into heaven, to the great rejoicing of the Holy Trinity and the accidental happiness of the blessed." He called it an act of justice. Then he said, "1,000 times cursed be those heretics and their followers who place in doubt these mysteries concerning myself and my mother. Let them be cursed, and let their eternal abode be the center of the earth, together with the father of the lie, Lucifer, and his henchmen, inside the fire created by divine ire for the rebellious angels and the men who follow them, severing themselves from the truth and leaving the Catholic Church." Hearing this, we can understand why the progressivists hate this apparition so much and try to keep it hidden. Even in details, so much affirms the constant teaching of the Church and contradicts their novel teachings on hell, purgatory, and the diminishing of Our Lady. Here, I have a word about those who doubt this apparition. Our Lord spoke of them in this very same apparition, just as Our Lady spoke of them at other times to Mother Mariana. I am not surprised when some doubt, as this was part of the prophecies. Our Lord told Mother Mariana that even imprudent sisters inside the convent, as well as highly placed persons, would doubt her marvelous life and the truth of the apparitions. He said, "Only souls who are humble and simple of heart will be granted the assurance, certainty, and firm conviction of the truth of all that took place in your life, which will remain hidden during the first centuries of this colony that will become a new republic. But since my words are always marked by seal of contradiction, opposition, and even calumny, those who believe should not become upset when faced with such doubts. On the contrary, it is the hour to sing the victory, for the day of triumph is near, just as my cruel, ignominious death preceded my glorious resurrection." I believe this is the correct way to face doubters. We should present the facts, since we have them, and then continue on with assurance, certainty, and firm conviction of these truths. For we know that the doubts are the signs that the hour of triumph is near.